What is going on with Aston Villa at the moment? This is your match reaction to Aston Villa 1, Newcastle 3. Hello, everyone. It's Rich from the Villa Park podcast. Thank you for watching. This is match reaction to Aston Villa 1, Newcastle 3. Guys, before I get into it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I have got the 3,200 sub image on there, but we have actually passed 3,300. So thank you for all your support. But hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, get your comments below because, yeah, I'm just going to talk. I'm just going to rant because I didn't want to do one last night. I was so angry last night about this performance. And yeah, I've tried to keep a lid on it. I've tried to kind of understand where we're going and, thinking that things would turn around. But I've said for weeks and weeks and weeks on this show, on other shows, that we've had to work way too hard over the last 10 games to get any points. And we're just not playing well. And there's so many reasons why we're not playing well at the moment. And yes, we're missing a couple of players. Yes, we're missing Pau Torres, who is important to the way that we play, but he can't be that important to the way that we play that we put in performances as terrible as that. And I'll go into a couple of reasons why. But yes, he's missing from the team, but you can't put it down to that one player. And there's so many reasons at the minute why we're just not playing well. And I think back. I think Arsenal at home, and we had to really work hard in that game. But because of the way Arsenal play, because of where they are in the league, we'll say that was a good performance. But since then, we've been terrible. We've been terrible. If I go through the games, Bournemouth away, terrible. Brentford away, terrible. Sheffield United at home, terrible. Man United away, terrible. Burnley, terrible. Who else have we played? Everton, terrible. Middlesbrough, terrible. Chelsea, poor. Last night, shocking. How many games? How many games do I have to reel off to show how bad we are at the moment? And you know what? When there's players hiding from the ball, not wanting to get on the ball, we're slow and we're farting about with the ball when we're 3-0 down. What is going on with this? What is going on with the players at the minute? And you've got Ollie Watkins trying to shout at the whole end when we're 3-0 down, telling us to cheer the players. You do something, mate. Start running. Start controlling the ball better. Start having some shots. I know you scored a goal. Fair enough. But what are you doing? It's been about 10 weeks since we've played well. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And you know what? Fair play to Newcastle. They absolutely outthought us. They out-tacticked us. And there's so many things on Emery last night that were just poor. And Eddie Howe totally outcoached him. They've got pace up front. So they put pressure on us playing the ball out from the back. Every time they got the ball, they knew that they could put a ball over the top and put us under pressure. And it was like that every single time we went forward. They just put one ball over the top, which is exactly what I said to Anthony Gordon. Matty Cash caught in absolute no man's land. No cover really from Ezri Konsa. Same on the left-hand side. Alex Moreno, poor again. No cover from Longley, who's just slow as anything. And they just absolutely terrorized us. And then they've got quick players. They've got big players at the back. So then we're forced to play the ball long. And Emi Martinez, in all his wisdom, decides to play long balls to Moussa Diaby against Dan Burn. I mean, what in the world are you thinking? What are you thinking? Why not play it out wide? Why not at least try and give it to Ollie Watkins? And then at the very least, let's just try and win some second balls. We were meant to be outnumbering them in midfield. But then you've got Boubacar Kamara and Douglas Luiz who've forgotten how to tackle, forgotten how to show for the ball, forgotten how to switch positions so that it can cause confusion in the in the Newcastle midfield. Just standing there, and then you've got Yuri Tielemans not wanting the ball, and then Musa Diaby. I mean, what has happened to this guy? £50 million, £50 million, and he can't run with the ball, he can't tackle, he can't pass, he can't shoot. He doesn't move into any spaces. He doesn't move wide for the ball. He doesn't come and show for the ball. What is the guy doing? Sorry. I mean, I can't get my head around Musa Diaby at the moment, and we keep saying, "Oh, be patient, he'll turn around." Remember how bad Leon Bailey was. Remember the criticism he had. Look at the team we've got now. Look where we've been in the league. Look at what he started off with us at the start of the season. What is going on with this guy? He's like he's forgotten how to play football. I just can't believe it. Some of the play. I mean, so just through just passing it across the back, so slow. No one moving for the ball. Just completely playing into Newcastle's hands. Then when we do manage to get the ball forward, nobody wants to take a player on. No one wants to take any responsibility. You've got Matty Cash, who every time he goes down the right hand side, he cuts back. Alex Moreno was meant to be an attacking fullback, getting to the byline, cutting back every time, just making it so easy for Newcastle to defend us. You've got Ollie Watkins not making any runs down the sides, down the channels, showing for the ball to feet. Yuri Tielemans the same, just thinking, oh, I can just take 3, 4, 5 touches on the ball and then something will happen. Like, we're meant to be injecting some tempo. We lost 5-1 to these guys at the start of the season. It was meant to be some revenge, and we just played into their hands. Just completely lifeless, motionless performance. And I said this would happen. I knew this would happen. I knew that the way that we've been playing and the lack of urgency we've been showing, the lack of imagination we've been showing, just the lack of responsibility players have been taking. Like, who's getting on the ball? Who's running through midfield? Who's taking shots from the edge of the box? There's just nothing, absolutely nothing. And then I said this against Everton, the tempo was terrible. And it's the same again yesterday, just no tempo whatsoever until the 65th minute or whatever, when Leon Bailey comes on, who is our sole attacking hope. He was unbelievable when he came on, and that's on Unai Emery. That I don't know why he's not starting. How is Leon Bailey not starting? Because he's our only threat. As soon as he came on, completely changed the game. We get a goal, we then score another one that gets disallowed. He has two or three shots. He forces them to make a change, and then obviously the game fizzled out. Jacob Ramsey, on the other hand, comes on, doesn't touch the ball for 10 minutes, doesn't get involved, doesn't run with the ball, constantly trying to play these little passes instead of driving into the box, which he used to do. Nicolo Zaniolo, all he's interested in is barging people over. I thought that was John Duran's job. Then Nicolo Zaniolo turns up, can't trap a bag of cement, and just starts pushing people over. I mean, we're trying to get back in the game, son. I just can't believe it, and I don't know where the improvement's going to come. We need a couple of players in. We need something to inject a bit of life into this team, because at the moment it's just poor. And look, Emery has to take that on his shoulders for the tactics, for the way that we approach the game. We're trying to be methodical when we needed tempo, we needed pace. I mean, we used to start games really quickly, and that's what Leon Bailey used to do for us. Especially at Villa Park, we'd be 1-2 nil up within the first 20 minutes. Now we're just farting with it across the back and trying to play through the lines every time, and just slow and methodical. And we need a bit of tempo. We need to inject a bit of life. Douglas Luiz still like doing these pirouettes on the ball and pushing it with the sole of his foot and putting these finesse on these little side foot passes. And we're 3-0 down, mate. You should be running with the ball. You should be driving us forward. Only one who was trying anything was John McGinn, and his quality was poor. Honestly, I don't know where we improve from here, because that was just terrible. I mean, two goals conceded from set pieces, just letting the ball drop in the box. Ezri Konsa too slow to react on the first one. Then the ball comes out. We've got no one on the edge of the box. Shot comes in. Yes, it's a deflection, but no one's reacting. And then obviously third goal, we come out second half, and you're thinking, let's inject a bit of life into it. Let's inject a bit of tempo into it. And they score. Obviously, it's an own goal, but it would have been it was Murphy at the back post. Obviously, Moreno can't really do a lot about it, and then you just give yourself way too much to do. I mean, yes, we huffed and puffed at the end. Like I say, Leon Bailey came on and did what he did and was excellent, but you're not going to get 3 goals. No way. They made changes to put 5 at the back and just snuffed us out. And yeah, we move on, and hopefully we get the win against Sheffield United. But we need something. We need some sort of life injected into this team, because we can't just say it's Pau Torres not playing. We can't. That one player we didn't have last season. Yes, he's played brilliantly this season, but I don't think he would have changed the way that game went. Yes, he might have been better on the ball. Yes, he might have injected a little bit of security and I guess accuracy in passing, but the midfield, they're all hiding. Luiz and Kamara hiding behind players, not moving, not wanting to move away from like Bruno and Longstaff, and just got absolutely outgunned in midfield. We meant to have the extra man. You meant to move the ball quickly when you get the extra man, not hide and try and then when you get the ball, just try and take 3, 4, 5 touches. You're meant to move the ball quickly and pass it through, and we're just not doing it. And they were just terrible yesterday. And to be honest, they've been poor the last few weeks. I don't know what it is with Luiz. But he's gone back to that old style where he's too casual on the ball. He's not winning any tackles. Then you've got Kamara. We know in certain games when you put it on him, when you put that physicality on him, he is found wanting. And there's some elements of our midfield that is still way too weak, and we need some physicality. And then when you've got to go long, yes, teams are going to force us to go long. Ollie Watkins isn't the man to hold the ball up for us, and we need a bit more of a bigger player, bigger target man, because it's just coming straight back. We're just getting found out at the moment, and teams know exactly how to play against us. And I worry that Sheffield United are going to be able to do that against us on Saturday, because they did that to us at Villa Park, and we frustrated us. They knew they had pace up front on the break. And they've just signed Ben Brereton Diaz, who started scoring goals. Obviously, Cameron Archer is in their side as well. He's got pace. So I really worry for us that we're going to have the same situation, because where can he really change it? What can he do other than try and get a reaction out of the players? But you thought we'd have a reaction after losing 5-1 to Newcastle at the start of the season, but clearly not. We need to get out of this at the minute. As I say, there's been about 10 games I reeled off at the start where we've been really poor. And there's no getting away from those facts. We've been poor. Yes, we've picked up some results, but we've been poor. We've had to work way too hard to get those results compared to earlier on in the season. So, Emery, you best sort this out. And the players, stop hiding and start taking responsibility. That's it from me. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I'm away for a few days, so the lads will help out on the pod. I'll be back after the Sheffield United game, hopefully reacting to a win. But guys, thank you for watching, and as always, remember, we all follow the Villa.